There's no doubt that Jehovah has made us to work. Think about the ant for a minute. Ants have incredible strength. They can carry 10 to 50 times their own body weight. Some species can even support 100 times their own body weight, upside down. So a creature that Jehovah designed that is so small and is able to work so efficiently, how much more can we do for our congregation? You may ask, what are some ways to help in my congregation? Let us consider 2 points on how to do this. Our first point is be a missionary in your congregation. The first century Christians were good examples of this, because even though most of them stayed in their hometown, they displayed a missionary spirit. How can we display a missionary spirit? Consider a missionary in a foreign land and how they have to adapt to new circumstances. However, we may not be able to move to where the need is greater. Can we conclude then that we know everything about our congregation's territory? Have we tried to find new ways to find and reach people? Do we have a share in street witnessing or using the public display cart if our circumstances allow? Well, what's the point? Have we changed or adapted to our territory like that of a missionary, such as presenting the good news in ways that may be new to you? Missionaries are zealous and enthusiastic for the ministry. Having a positive attitude for the ministry will help us to have those same qualities. Missionaries also often take the lead in the congregation arrangements until qualified local elders are available. If you are a baptized brother, are you reaching out, being willing to serve your fellow believers in your congregation? Our second point is become a strengthening aid. There are other areas to help our congregation in addition to being zealous in the ministry and accepting more responsibility. Let's read Colossians 4:11. Again, that's Colossians 4:11, and we're only going to read the B part of this. Only these are my fellow workers for the kingdom of God, and they have become a great source of great comfort to me. And let's also notice the footnote. It says a strengthening aid. So how can we become a strengthening aid? Before we are able to help our brothers and sisters, we must know them well. Hebrews 10:24 says to consider one another at our meetings. This scripture suggests that we shouldn't force our way into other people's affairs, and we should understand our fellow believers and their needs, such as practical, emotional, and of spiritual nature. Helping our brothers and sisters isn't just the responsibility of elders and ministerial servants, although on occasions it would be appropriate for these brothers to give assistance. All of us may be able to help assist elderly brothers and sisters, or even entire families who are facing problems. For example, if you become aware of a brother that has a financial situation, perhaps losing his job, what could you do? Can we provide some assistance through buying him and his family groceries and giving words of encouragement? It can also be hard for older ones in the congregation to drive, especially in the dark. Can we offer to take them to the store and to the meetings? There are also many pioneers in our congregation. Do we show them support by going in ministry with them and showing a missionary spirit talked about earlier? Maybe we can adjust our schedule as to be in the ministry during the week to be able to work with them. So whether we are able to move to where the need is greater or not, we should give our best to all, and doing so in the congregation we are serving now. By doing so, we will reap much joy and happiness by giving all for our fellow worshipers.